Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on Fear the Walking Dead's premiere on AMC, setting all-time cable television record with its premiere doing over 10 million views. Okay, so I decided I would go ahead and make a video on this, and we'll also couple it with kind of the discussion, which I was also going to do about whether or not, I think the first episode was a disappointment or, should be viewed as disappointment by most fans. So first off, 10.1 million viewers, absolutely amazing. That's the biggest premiere AMC or any network on cable for a drama series, this type of show, scripted series has ever done for a new show. So that's amazing for the pilot to be at that point. It's more than double, I believe, the Walking Dead's original premiere back in season 1, Days Gone By. So that's really good news for fans of the show. If you don't like the show, then maybe not such good news. For you, maybe you don't care, but for me personally, I did like the premiere, and I am happy to hear that. They've already confirmed the second season. It's also going to have more episodes, so next year we can look forward to, rather than just like 16 episodes of Walking Dead, if you consider the new series to also be Walking Dead, which AMC obviously does, it's named, Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, then you're going to be getting almost double, almost twice as much. So 31 weeks a year, I believe. We'll have new Walking Dead episodes between the regular Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, so it's awesome news for me. Now, the reason why this is good is because right off the bat, they're starting out with a lot of people checking out the premiere during the summertime, where I was a little bit unsure because I just from online and getting to see what people are interested in that in terms of shows, because I review lots of different shows and kind of know with The Walking Dead, what are people interested in, checking sites every day and that kind of stuff for news and that. And especially this month with August is usually a pretty slow month for Walking Dead and for a drama series. Ever since Breaking Bad has been over, there really hasn't been that many great drama series that are on during this time of the year. It's a really slow time. So to hear that they were able to do that many viewers this time of the year is just amazing, because August 23rd, you're looking at people getting their mind ready to go back to school for the people that are still currently in school or whatever else is going on with them in their lives. Summer coming to an end, maybe vacations wrapping up, stuff like that going on. That's an awesome number for the network and for us fans, because that means if it just continues and it doesn't dive, if it doesn't nosedive at some point in time during the show, we're pretty much guaranteed that this show will go on for a long time. I could see at least 5 seasons, no problem with that kind of a start, as long as there isn't some kind of huge, dip in it. Usually around with AMC, a lot of their shows, like Mad Men and that, especially earlier on, they're only usually at a few million, like maybe 3, 4, 5, something like that. And a lot of times they go on for many seasons. So with Fear the Walking Dead, to smash it like that right off the bat, as long as like half the people don't tune in, next week for episode 2, then it should continue for many seasons. So I'm really happy to hear that people are interested in it and are going to watch it during the summer, even though they're kind of not used to it. It's a different time than what people are used to. That's even more than like Breaking Bad in that, when it was at its like peak, when it was at its like finale season, which was one of the best seasons of a TV series I've ever seen. The second half of season 5 of Breaking Bad during the summer. When it aired, this is great news for people who like Fear the Walking Dead. So the second part, let's talk about it now. This is kind of, I was going to do this in a Q&A, but I decided I'll do it here. A lot of people in the comments pretty upset with the episode, with the premiere. So let's talk about that. Jamin on the Run says this was a terrible pilot, and I had people saying that Trev, you're full of shit. Your reviews aren't honest, and you're just going along with going along with the crowd, or IMDb has about the same kind of rating as I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. IMDb's around there. I think later on it was like 8.3, and it fluctuates because you have a lot of different people and that, and submitting their thoughts and that, and different reviews and stuff like that. So with the different sites out there. So, but mainly what I saw, around an 8.5 is about average for most reviewers, online sites, or what have you, whatever you're looking at. For me, I look at it as 6.5 is your average. So an average show, which is a show we probably wouldn't even talk about, would be like a 6.5. Something like Under the Dome would be even maybe below average, to be honest. But in and around that kind of territory, 6.5, maybe 7, some episodes that are better. 8 is like good, yeah, good to great type range, and anything above 8.5 is really good. 9 is like great, and then above 9 to a 10, you're looking at like amazing, right? So I didn't put it there. I didn't put it at the amazing level, but I felt like it was great in terms of getting us attached to the characters right off the bat. And I love drama too. That's part of why I like The Walking Dead, is because versus I do like Z Nation and shows like that as well too. I always seem to be comparing it lately because I'm excited for the Z Nation premiere also. But the thing about The Walking Dead versus the Romero movies or about any other zombie stuff is that it really does the drama with the characters well. One of my favorite parts of the original Walking Dead is the stuff with Shane, Lori, and Rick, and I just love that, because to see it in a zombie apocalypse where there aren't those regular rules of the real world, it's just so fascinating to me how people behave, how you're going to see them act, what they're going to do, what decisions they're going to make when there's no police, there's no repercussions, there's no law, there's everything is just is going nuts in the world. So that, for me, the drama part is something I love. Love Breaking Bad, it's series, watched it all the way through, enjoyed it so much. So that's something for me that I really enjoy. Some people just kind of like the action stuff with the zombies and that, and that's why I bring up Z Nation as an option, because that's something where you don't get a lot of the drama, but you get kind of that craziness with the zombies, some humor mixed in, some fun stuff, a lot of zombies and a lot of action in that. So that's something that people, if they're just straight like zombies, that's something that they may find to be, they may enjoy that better than something that has more drama in it. So I like the drama part too, and getting to know characters, to care for characters over the seasons. That makes The Walking Dead is what it really is. If we didn't have those strong characters like Rick and Daryl and some of the others in the regular series, we wouldn't really care as much when a character's killed off or when something happens. So I felt like I judged it at a good, rating, 8.5. I felt like that makes sense, for the way I judge things, for the way I look at it. But I did also say in the review that I was a little bit disappointed with the amount of zombies. To put it over the top, to get to be a 9, 9.5, 10, we would have had to have seen, maybe not a herd of zombies, but maybe when they were on the highway scene, like a ton of zombies come marching in, or just something like that, and them getting the hell out of there or something. Maybe some outbreak scenes where you would spend like a few minutes seeing, a couple zombies just run out, or police, more stuff like that, more of the outbreak stuff. We could have seen more macro and not so much micro in the characters. But that said, they went for this, and then maybe in next week's episode 2 or further, episode 6 maybe, we'll see some of the more of the craziness. It looks like it from the promo. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So I wasn't really disappointed with it. I was pretty hyped for the premiere. But, I can see that some people might be a little, disappointed with it if you were looking forward to it for a while and you didn't get to see that zombie apocalypse breakout. Instead, you got to see a few zombies, which is really what it was. It really wasn't a zombie apocalypse. It was like the day before a zombie apocalypse. It was like just a few zombies. So for that, I can definitely see if people are disappointed in that, because they probably thought that's what they're going to see right off the bat, like the original Walking Dead, where Rick wakes up in a zombie apocalypse, or 28 days later, where Cillian Murphy wakes up and it's crazy rage zombie apocalypse. They're rage zombies. They're a little bit different runners, but it's the idea is generally the same. So those are kind of my thoughts on it. I didn't feel like it was a big disappointment. If you were expecting it to be a 10 or a 9 or a 9.5, then you may have been a little disappointed. I had some idea where we were going into it. I did think that we were going to see more zombies, though. So for that, I'm a little bit disappointed. But I did like the characters quite a bit, and I like how many characters we have, because now as the seasons go, it's a good setup, whereas with the original Walking Dead, Rick and his family, like I said in one of my videos there, little small group, between just his immediate family. We have a bigger family now with more members. We have kind of a split, family where you have two sides to it, and they may have to live together. I just think it's a really good jumping on point for a long-term series, even though, yeah, they probably should have put in more zombies, more craziness in the pilot to suck people in and get them to tune in next week. But who knows, maybe the second episode could have even more craziness as Travis goes out to get the other half of his family, so to speak, and starts to see civilization just crumble, and have it happen fast. So I'm still looking forward to it. It's, for me, wasn't a huge disappointment, maybe a little bit of one. But, we still have 5 episodes left of the season, and from the promos, it looks like there's going to be lots of more zombie outbreak awesomeness. So, yeah, they went for the character tie first, and then they'll bring us the rest of the stuff afterwards that we've seen in the trailer in that. So, yeah, that's what they decided to do. That's their strategy. Let's see if it works. Let's see if they can keep it around 10 million next week and the next few weeks going forward. You know, the wiki will tell you. If you want to go to the wiki for Fear the Walking Dead, you can see what the ratings are going to be each week to week. I'm expecting it to do a prediction. I would say it'll probably drop to maybe about 7 million next week, and then somewhere level out around 6 or 7, something like that. Finale back up to maybe 8 or 9. Those are my thoughts. But we'll see. If people really didn't like it, the numbers will say so, and maybe it'll drop to 5 or 4. Then we may have to do another video talking about that because it may be in some trouble. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm kind of correct in terms of people coming back or not. Let me know what you guys think of it. Were you disappointed with it? Were you satisfied with it? Or were you impressed by it? And also, what do you think about the future of the show? How many seasons do you think it'll get? I think it could go on for a while as long as it doesn't drop. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll do an update in a couple weeks, and we'll talk about where it's at again after the second episode, and that'll give us a good indication, because the premiere by itself is great to hear, but can they keep it there? We'll see, or even close to it. We'll see. 70% even would probably be fine. So keep sending me your questions, guys. Keep sending me your comments and that. I love to read them and hear kind of where the community is at with regards to the new show, because it's so fresh, it's so new, and none of us have any idea what's going to happen. So that, to me, is very exciting. Write your comments below. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share, please favorite. And if you're new and you want to see more from me, you want to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom left. Be sure to subscribe. So for this one, see you guys again probably tomorrow. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace.